Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Hope you've had a good week and all that jazz. Man, it's been another super quick week for me. It just absolutely flies by. I can't believe it's September already. Quick cold sore update. Actually not too bad this time. Quick weather update. Jesus, it's friggin' hot here again in Portugal. 70 humidity and 33 degrees. That's no fun for anybody. If you want a quick tip for getting rid of your cold sores, if you're someone like me that has cold sores, I'll do you a quick cold sore tip. Put some rubbing alcohol on it. As soon as you start to feel that tingle in your lip or wherever you get it, and it will scab it over quickly. There you go. There's a little quick medical tip for you on the show as well today. Today we're going to be checking out a progressive deathcore band from Bologna, Italy. We know these guys already, Universe in My Yard, and these guys like to do band playthroughs of their stuff, which is pretty cool. We haven't seen a lot of these kind of videos actually since lockdown, when all the bands were doing these kind of videos because they kind of had to. But yeah, that's dropped off now in the last couple of years. So I don't mind actually seeing full band playthrough videos because you get to see all the band, get to see their gear and get to see them playing the stuff. And when it's progressive stuff as well, you want to see them playing it. This is a nice long track at 5 minutes 18. We'll do this nicely on a Friday. Let's get it on the screen. What's it called? Lost Redemption. Here we go. I press play? Yeah. Cool. That just shows you can get nuance out of an E-kit. Cool. You never know where to look on these videos though. Using all his fingers there. Drummer's got a cool style. Loads of riffs. can't imagine having to come up with this many riffs for every track. It's crazy. Nice. Sick. Love seeing them in the video, and as I say, we haven't really seen videos like this for a while now. I did kind of get bored of just seeing everyone playing in their bedroom through the pandemic, but you know, it's nice to see everyone playing their instruments and their gear and what they're using and stuff like that, especially, as I say, when it's progressive and technical stuff like this, because you want to see all of that going up and down the neck and everything else. Love to see it. Very, very cool. These guys are obviously all very high-level musicians. I was just thinking to myself there, man, these kind of bands and this band have had to write so many high-level riffs just for one 5.5-minute track, that if that was me, that would be me spent, you know, that would be all of the cool riffs that I could ever think up, or at least for the next 6 months to a year, until I learned some more scales or something like that. And that would be me done. So if I was to join a progressive deathcore band or a tech death band or something like that, I could write probably one track or maybe even just half a track. And that would be me spent for all the riffs that I've got in me, especially shredding lead riffs that are all over the neck and up and down the scales and all over the place. And to try and make them not all just sound the same and have the same progression to them and all the rest of it, man, it's so much work just to go into one track. It's not even like you've got the whole album done at that point, and you can have a bit of a hiatus and wait for the next one. You've got to write a whole album of this stuff. It's crazy. I mean, these bands really do put in the effort to create this kind of music, and that's why I appreciate this techie stuff more really than any other kind of music, because it doesn't only sound super cool and shredding and dope and all the rest of it, but you know, these guys are practice 10,000 hours to get to this point to be able to even play this stuff, and then they've had to actually think it up as well and write it as an original riff. It's just so amazing. It's not like they're just, you know, copying someone else. This is original stuff. Sick. It's really amazing stuff, way beyond my ability to do, you know, to create music. My stuff's way more basic than this. Very cool. What I liked as well on this one is the drummer was using an E-kit, and right from the get-go he showed that an E-kit isn't all just about, you know, 117 velocity hits and they all sound the same and it sounds like a drum machine or something like that. Nowadays, E-kits have really come on well to where, you know, they've got all the dynamic hits in there, the velocity changes depending on how hard you hit it, and it is kind of natural in that way. The cymbals have even got that as well, especially the ride. They're usually like 3 to 5 zone rides you can get now, so you can get right on the tip, get a ting halfway up there, you get the bell on there as well, so you can really get a lot out of your E-kit nowadays, rather than just, you know, this is a cymbal, that's the snare, and that's a tom kind of thing. There's nuance and there's dynamics to the E-kit as well, and thought this drummer showed that off nicely, and it really sounded great within the music, and I really think with an E-kit as well, if you're not someone with a full professional studio who can fully mic up a drum kit in the right way and leave it set up and, you know, have it in a good acoustic room and all the rest of it that you need to get a really nice recording on a drum kit, using an E-kit is really a nice way to go. You can do it literally anywhere, and not piss off your neighbors and all the rest of that stuff that comes with a real drum kit. And it sounded so good nowadays. And it means, you know, once you've got the MIDI playthrough, you could put it to any set of drum kits or drums or cymbals or whatever you want that you've got on your computer. You can mess with the EQ and all the rest of it if you want to do that, and add distortions and whatever to it as well. So it's really versatile to have the ability to use a high quality E-kit, and even just a medium quality one nowadays. But if you've spent the money to get a high quality E-kit, there's a lot of versatility that comes along with that. And I see now very high level drummers in Super sick bands. I mean, even one of the highest level drummers that I would say is the guy from Car Bomb, Elliot Hoffman. He practices all the time on an e-kit because he's in an apartment by the looks of things on his videos. You know, he can't piss off his neighbors all the time and things like that. And he does a lot of practice. So yeah, he's practicing on an e-kit all the time. And he's one of the sickest drummers, if not the sickest drummer in the world. So don't, you know, if you're a drummer or you think about drums and you're only into natural stuff, you know, those days are kind of getting behind us now. E-kits are super sick, and you'll have heard them on albums and being used in stuff, and you'll have had no clue that it actually wasn't a real drum kit as well. There you go, super dope. These guys are super nice. I'm pleased that they're sticking with the show and keep sending over their new stuff. Really like seeing them playing their stuff in the videos because these are a high level band shredding out all the way through. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention about this one that was interesting to me as well is I felt like this was a very riffy, guitar-driven track, and because of that, the vocal actually sat in the background for me. Although it was typically set up as a lead vocal, for me, the vocal was part of the music and part of the kind of background noise supporting the riffs. And it was still a very much guitar riff-driven track. The vocal was kind of part of the ambience there. So that was interesting to me how that worked out, because I thought, hang on a minute, I'm not really focusing at all on the vocal here. It's just kind of making up the rest of the sound, almost like a rhythm guitar would. And I'm really just focusing in here. Well, the prominence there was the riff and the guitar and the lead guitar. So there you go. That was interesting. The guitars were at the front there and the vocals were kind of supporting the lead guitar. That's a different way to do it. Sick. So I hope you've enjoyed that today. I hope you've enjoyed this week. This week we've caught up with a lot of bands who've kind of, we haven't seen for a while now, and then they've got back round and made some new stuff. That's the way it goes anyway. You can't release stuff every single month or something like that. And I've really enjoyed it that we're checking in with bands that have, you know, we haven't seen for maybe a year or 6 months or something like that, and seeing how they're going, got some new stuff out, working on a new album, all of that. Because I will tell you, there's a lot of bands who we've checked out on this channel who are no longer a band, and we can't check them out again because that's it. You know, they're finished. So it's nice that with bands that we've been stuck with for a while, and they're still going as well and still getting better and making nice stuff. I love to see it. That's what we're all about. So there you go. Hope you're having a good one this week, guys. We might see you over the weekend. I'm not too sure. If I feel like it, I'll do a cool one over the weekend. But if not, we're back for the Monday grind. And I'm going to tell you now, last week, or this week, I should say, has been a very nice week for new releases on the grind scene. And I've got absolutely no worries that this Monday's grind is going to be all fresh tracks with dope videos as well. So tune in for that one. We'll see you then, guys. Have a good weekend. Cheers. Bye.